Did I ever tell y'all the story of like, y'all recently? Crazy stuff's been happening. Like for me, in terms of my mind, I'm not even trying to make this up. Y'all know I just be meditating a little bit over time. Over this year, I'm like, no, I'm gonna start meditating, right? Because I feel like I need more control of my mind, and I feel like I don't have much control because I'm constantly having 1,000 thoughts per day, and especially when I'm a content creator, right? And there's so much comments I could get on a video, and so I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna start meditating. So I started meditating, and I don't know if I told y'all. I can actually explain the full thing now. At some point last month, I'm sitting in silence, just chilling. Meditating is just when you sit in silence, right? I'm chilling. I swear something happened to reality. I'm not even making this up. I don't know if I had some flow state type of moment, but everything just went quiet. And it was just like, I didn't know that it was possible that you could even achieve that type of clarity. It's basically, you could see the world differently if you do it over long periods. That's why there's like monks in the mountains and stuff that are probably like insane, have insane consciousness. You get what I'm saying? I had this, that was the first moment that I realized. I think I was in this exact moment. I was in this exact chair. I'm just sitting down. It's in the morning, and just silence. I didn't think a singular thought. I was just looking around, and I was just observing. I didn't, when I looked, for example, at this camera, if I'm looking at this camera, I didn't have any thoughts. I just looked at it. You know what I'm saying? I didn't think, oh, that's a camera, I'm looking at a camera. I just saw it. And I looked it up, and it kind of went down to the thing of, once you start meditating a little bit more, long story short, you have much more awareness, and just you're basically less attached to things, and like basically much more awareness. You see life better, and it just makes you more calm and more at peace. So I'm gonna keep doing. I'm gonna be on that grind for meditation. This is the whole point of the story about what actually happened. After I discovered something, y'all, maybe this is just me, and I searched it up again, and I realized there are some people talking about this. In my mind, I genuinely thought I had some mental issues, because there's literally something in all of our minds, I think, but I found it in mine. The thoughts that make you unconscious, the subconscious. When you, for example, every decision you make, is it really you making the decision? I know I'm getting really deep right now, but I'm just gonna summarize this in a minute. Are you really making the decision when you make a decision? You have thoughts come in your mind, you choose one of those thoughts to follow, and you follow it, right? But what if those thoughts aren't good? You know what I'm saying? A lot of the thoughts that we have might not be good. They might be really bad. For example, let's go, not even really bad, let's just go choose laziness over actually evolving or becoming a better person, right? How do you differentiate which one's the real you? Because if you are your thoughts, right, isn't that same thought you? So I realized, long story short, and other psychologists talked about this, is many, like Carl Jung, he depicts something, I think it was the shadow, that might be Sigmund Freud, which is basically, or it's like the super ego or the ego, I don't know, where at this sub level, if we're not aware of our thoughts, there's so many thoughts that people call it intrusive thoughts or whatever, but long story short, the decisions, because realistically we have so much control over our lives, and people who don't make their decisions vision of who they really want to be and who their best potential is, fall into the latter, which is falling into comfort, choosing, I'm not going to do anything today, over getting studying done, working out, doing things that actually benefit them. And the best way to actually change your life is just realizing that if you can just siphon through your thoughts, you'll see that there are two people. There's the best version of you who's telling you what the real path is, and then the other version, which is the shadow, the one that appeals to comfort, who thinks that is helping you but is not. In our minds, there is something that actually exists that literally leads you on the wrong path in your life. And if you can find that, even right now, as we're watching the stream, right? If you can find that thing in your mind, you'll be good. It'll really benefit you. And if once you identify every time, that's the shadow in my mind telling me to do what I shouldn't be doing, right? Temptations, whether it is an addiction to your phone, an addiction to anything, right? That's all the shadow. So once you can find that, identify it, and then stray away from it and take control, then life, you'll just live an amazing life. This is just something I've been realizing, and literally something I wanted to talk about. But anyways, that's what I want to talk about. Anyways, let's move on. Let me know what y'all think about that.